Hello, everyone. So I want to discuss something. Is it okay to have a cat in your farm? I think there are mixed view on this. Some people, some farmers will tell you, no, they don't want to have cat in the farm. Some said, yes, they are okay with having a cat in the poultry farm. So I'll discuss with you the advantages and the disadvantages of having a cat. And in our farm, we have a cat. And I'll also demonstrate to you or show to you how you can, be able to train your cat, to not to have those disadvantages. So stay tuned with us in this journey. So bye. So that's our cat. Mike. So that's our cat. So we have a cat in our farm. It's a very, very nice boy. Mike. How are you? Mike. He's my boy. I love my cat so much, and he's a very, very integral part of our farm. I consider him as one of our staff. So this is where we do our crop production. We do our crop production here, but our poultry farm is over there. So that's our poultry farm, and here is where we do crop. So we just kind of like we're about to till the floor. We produce pepper and water leaf here. But so let's go to the question here. Should you have a cat in your farm, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of having a cat in your poultry farm? And should you have one? Well, for us, we have cats. We've always had. In fact, I can't have a farm without having a cat, because our farm is located in the bush. I'm not sure if you can see. Maybe outside I'll show it to you. But our farm is actually located in the bush. This is our second brooding house, by the way. It's completely clean. We don't use just one brooding house. We have two brooding houses. So this is disinfected and waiting for the next batch. Our birds are currently at the brooding house over there. This is our pen, our big pen. So once the birds are ready, we bring them here. So this is where this is our pen, but they are over there, the other side, at the brooding house. So once it's 2 weeks, we bring them out to this place. So let's talk about the cats. What are the advantages? So what are the advantages and disadvantages of having a cat in your farm? Should you have one? Personally, I've always had cat in my farm. I always love having cat in my farm. And let's look at the advantages of having a cat in your farm. One advantage is that rodents such as rats. The rat can be a nuisance to your farm, because in fact before we had our cat, we used to have issues with rats. They come into the store, especially where the feed is, and they eat the feed. And it's not just eating the feed that is the problem. They also poo inside the feed. And if you are not aware, if you are maybe not observant, you might take that feed to your bird and you end up, infecting your bird. So, but since we've had Mike, our cat, in the farm, we've never had any issue with rat. In fact, we've not seen rat in our farm. They've all run away. Secondly, our farm is actually it's in the bush, so it's not like bush, but it's in the bush. We are surrounded by trees and grasses, and as such, if you're in a location like us where we are, you would probably experience issues with snakes, and we've seen snakes come to our farm. And these snakes, they could perceive, they know, okay, there's chicken in this place, let's go and check out. But if you don't have cat in your farm, you may be experiencing lots of issues with snakes. They would come, and if you are not observant or you are not around, they could attack the birds. They could kill the birds. They could even bite human being. They could even strike. They could, so you don't want to expose your staff and your bird to that. And I'm telling you, ever since we've had Mike in the farm, we've experienced snakes occasionally, but not as frequently as it used to be. So it chases the snakes away. We at least now, in fact, for the past months, we've never experienced issues with snake, but previously we used to have issues with snakes on the farm. So that is one of the advantages, is that rodents, snakes, just name it, they would just avoid this place. They would just literally avoid this place. So that is one of the advantages. Another advantage is that the cat would serve. The cat itself is actually like a companion, because I love cats. Majority of my staff love cat. Not all of them, some don't. So sometimes they plays with them and keeps them company. So that's one of the advantages. Now let's look at the disadvantages. If you do not train your cat properly, the cat will become a nuisance to your farm. So it would attack your birds, it would kill especially your day-old chick, it would kill them, and you may just end up bringing problem to yourself, because the cat will become a nuisance, you'll be killing your bird, and you don't want to experience that. You don't want to experience that. One of the also disadvantages that, like, you have to take into account the cost of feeding the cat and maintaining the cat. Like our cat is properly vaccinated. Our cat eats only cooked meal. We don't give it raw meat. Like, we don't give it raw chicken. We don't give it, we give it chicken, but it's the one that is cooked. We don't give it raw thing. So sometimes we give it cat food, canned food. So you need to take into consideration that, okay, that is an extra cost, which is some of the disadvantages. But let's talk about how, for me, the advantages supersede disadvantages that I've experienced. But I want to share with you how you can tame your cats to become friendly with like our cats. I would think I'll show you I have some pictures and videos of where my cat and my chickens are just playing together. They are just together. My cat is not interested in chicken, whether alive or dead. You can put a dead chicken close to it, it won't even look at it. You can put a live chicken close to it, it won't even look at it, will just pass. My cat is not interested in it's because of the way we trained it. So the way we train our cat is, if you want to have a cat in your farm, you must make sure that you have them when they are little, like, when they are like a kitten, little, very little, and you expose it to the bird, like at a very early stage. You just expose it to the bird. It should, play with the bird. It should see the bird around. So especially at that early stage, so you need to give it that exposure. That's number one. Number two, you don't feed your cat with dead chicken. That, like, let's say the chicken is dead and you just throw it to them. You don't do that. Or even a live chicken, you don't kill it and just give it to the cat. No. If you have to give a meat to your cat, it has to be cooked, home cooked, like cooked meat. Like, we don't give our cat raw thing. We don't give it. It's the only thing the cat eats is the thing that it kills. Like lizard, we've seen our cat hunt for lizard, our cat hunt for snakes, our cat hunt for things around. So it's only what it kills that it eats by itself. But our cats, we don't give, our cat do not eat raw meat. We don't give it raw meat. It's only the meat that we cook, or the food that we cook, that we give to it and it eats. So so you need to avoid giving it raw meat, raw chicken, or raw anything. That is the second thing you need to do. Third, you don't cage your cat. So don't put your cat in a cage. We don't have a cage for our cat. Our cat roam around freely in our farm. So that way it becomes conversant with the environment. Is actually used to seeing birds or hearing the sound of birds. So that is very important, because when you cage your cat and you keep it in one place, when you expose it, it may be hungry, or it may want to explore, and that way attack the birds. So make sure that the cat is roaming around the farm, having free access to like, it could have access to the bird, and it won't do anything. It will just pass. My cat is not interested in a bird, whether dead or alive. So those are the things that you need to do. For there's an advantage. The advantage supersede whatever disadvantages that may occur, because we've already addressed those disadvantages. We can keep our cat here, and literally nobody will be here, and nothing. You come back, your chicken are still there, nothing happens to them. So that is how to train them, raise them properly, and be close to the cat. If you don't like cat, it's okay, it's understandable. But the likes of us that I love cat. Even at my home, I always make sure there's cat in my home, because they are beautiful animal. They're very, very beautiful creatures. So tell me, do you have cat in your farm? What has been your experience with cat? Do you think it is something that you should have in your farm? Are you having issues with snakes, with rats, rodent, and with wild animal coming to attack your farm? Would you consider having a cat, or would you not? So just leave the comment, and leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. I'll be willing to listen to you. So yes, so take care of yourself. Please like and subscribe on this channel, so that we'll be bringing you more content. Thank you. Bye bye.